Hare Hari Jai Om Vishnupada Paramhansa Parivrajakachaari Ashtottara Shatasri Srimati Divine Grace Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Namachari Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Haridas Thakur Tirobhav Din Maha Mahotsav Ki Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paschatya Deshatarine. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksharon Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruh Shri Yutaha Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patipanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's the spirit. So welcome to our morning discussion on the topic of life of Namachari Haridas Thakur. So as we know, when Krishna killed Aghasur, and in celebration demigods had all the drums played and music was going on, they were dancing. The sound went all the way to Brahmalok, wherein Brahma was surprised. What is that? Today is no Ekadashi, no Janmashtami. Why so much this kind of celebration? So then he was informed that this Kanha has killed Aghasur. But Brahma was surprised. How was that? Demigods were afraid. He was sin personified. So how is it possible, this child to kill? He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Oh, really? So then let me test him. So Brahmaji came to Vrindavan on his swan carrier, and he stole the cows and cowherd boys of Krishna. But then Krishna expanded into so many forms, revealing Brahma that he is supreme source of Lord Narayan also. Brahmaji surrendered. Then he begged forgiveness also. He felt great repentance. He went to, they say, Godrum Dweep and performed austerities for a long time. And when Lord appeared, said, what do you want? He said, I am such a culprit, such a rascal that I tested you, not understanding your supremacy. That is all because of my high post. So I don't want birth like this. Let me appear on earth in such a lowly position, a lowly family, that I will never have any pride. So then Lord said, okay, I am soon appearing on earth as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you will be my very prominent associate. So you will appear as Namacharya Haridas Thakur. So that's why Haridas Thakur was born. And as a low family, he was born in a Yavana family, Muslim family. But then from childhood only, he was born in Budhan, East Bengal, and he was Bangladesh currently. From childhood only, he was madly attracted to Krishna. There it is said that from 1.5 age only, he had that mad attraction. When he started speaking, he was speaking Krishna's names only. He was all the time chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Eventually, parents felt that his small kid, okay, whatever. As he grows, he will understand that we are not supposed to chant Hindu God's name. But that did not happen only. As he was growing, but he was all the time chanting Krishna's names. So then parents tried to explain, this is not good. We are Muslims, we should chant Allah's name. As you say, so many of your friends and relatives do that. He said there is no difference and all that. So then he grew up as a youth into great lover of Krishna. Muslims did not accept him, they rejected him from their community. They said, you are not acceptable. If you change to chanting Allah's name, then fine, otherwise not. So then Muslims rejected, that does not mean that Hindus were very happy. Oh, here is a Muslim, always madly attracted to Krishna, let us wholeheartedly embrace him. They also did not accept. He is a low class, born in low family, not acceptable. They also rejected him. So you can imagine in that times, when there were only Hindus and Muslims, there were no Christians in India, what a terrible situation. A little bit neglect some devotees do towards us in small community that we have. We feel like suicidal and we feel dejected. What is this? What kind of devotees? You see, Namacharya, if you want to uninterruptedly, incessantly, madly chant Krishna's name, one should be ready for all kind of neglect. Sometimes brahmacharis who become senior, they are mad for sannyas. Sannyas means a loner's life, civil death. But then little bit samman, little bit honor is not given, then he feels, that senior brahmachari sometimes feels, what is this? Here they don't care for me. How is he fit then for sannyas? He should be ready to lead a loner's life deep in jungle with no human being around, with animals, lions, tigers. He should be fearless like that. So Haridas Thakur is really a sannyasi. Externally did not accept sannyas, but we know person by characteristics, not by superficial dress, etc. So then ultimately both these communities, they rejected him, and the news went all the way to the king, saying that this born Muslim, he chanting Hindu God's name. So what nonsense is this? He should be told not to be like this. So then he was called and he was asked, what is this? Are you going to change to chanting Allah's name or not? So he said, no, there is no difference between Allah and Krishna. So I will chant Krishna's name only. Both are one and the same only. So they said, no, that is not acceptable. You better accept our proposal, otherwise you will be given heavy punishment. He said, whatever, you are the king, you decide. Then he said, you will be beaten up in 22 marketplaces. So he said, fine. And that time, means your body will be cut into. Then he says, Khanda khanda ho deha jaya jadi pran tabuami vadanena chadi hari nam. Morning I was discussing this in Japa talk. So my body is cut into hundreds and millions of pieces. Then also from each piece, the holy name only will be springing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He says body is cut into pieces, each piece will vibrate holy name, and in vibrating the holy name, our body and mind is cut into millions of pieces. The reverse. So we have to pray to Namacharya Haridas Thakur, getting the dust of his holy lotus feet on our head, we will be able to follow to some degree in his footsteps. And then they beat him like anything. There were two very strong executioners who had strong bodies and they had a whip. And they started beating him. First marketplace, he did not die. They dragged him to second marketplace. They beat him there also. Then they dragged him to third. Generally, the history showed that maximum by second or third marketplace, the person, the criminal would die. But Haridas Thakur did not die in the third marketplace also. So he was dragged to fourth. There also he was beaten up. Then did not die. He was dragged to the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 22 marketplaces. And by the end of 22 marketplaces also, he did not die only. And continuously he was chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Because Lord was protecting him. In Brahma Vaivarta Puran, 11th chapter, 44th verse also, there Lord says, Sudarshanam sanniyojya bhaktanam rakshanaya cha tathapi nahi nischinto avatishteta bhakta sannido. Before that verse, the 44th verse is Dhyayante Vaishnava Shashvat Govinda Pada Pankajam Dhyayate Tamscha Govinda Shashvat Tesham Cha Sannidho. Vaishnavas are always meditating on the lotus feet of Lord Govinda. Dhyayante Vaishnava Shashvat Govinda Pada Pankajam Dhyayate Tamscha Govinda. And Govinda is always meditating on his devotees in the reciprocation. Yathamam Prapadyante. But then one extra characteristic of the Lord. Devotees only meditate about the Lord. But Lord not only meditates on such a devotee, but he is next to that devotee. Shashvat Tesham Cha Sannidho. He is residing next to the devotee. And the next verse is Sudarshanam Sanniyojya Bhaktanam Rakshanaya Cha. For the protection of the devotees, Lord has appointed Sudarshan Chakra. Tathapi nahi nischinto. But still Lord is not carefree. Because he knows the nature of his devotees, pure devotees, that they will not allow even Sudarshan to act sometimes. Because they will be compassionate to the attacker only. Think that, oh no, Sudarshan, that is not his fault, I am only rascal. Why are you killing him? Don't kill him. So that may happen. And in that case, my devotee will get killed, Lord's concern. So he said, Tathapi nahi nischinto avatishteta bhakta sannidho. I reside next to my devotee only. Just in case Sudarshan fails to act in protecting my devotee, I will personally protect my devotee. So in this case, we see how this Brahma Vaivarta Puran shloka is completely applicable in the life of Haridas Thakur. So when he was beaten up in 22 marketplaces and he did not die, that time Lord was very angry. He sent Sudarshan Chakra from Vaikuntha, and Sudarshan came in the outer sky, dazzling with full effulgence and revolving with high speed. Haridas, when he saw, he understood Lord has sent for killing this two executioner. Immediately he prayed, Oh Lord Sudarshan, you are Sudarshan. Your audience with you is very auspicious. So don't kill this executioner. They are not having any personal enmity with me. Basically, they are king's order carriers. King has told them to beat me, so they are beating me. If king says, no, not this fellow, somebody else, then they will give me up and they will beat that fellow. They have no personal enmity. That is not their fault. Please don't kill them. So Sudarshan was rotating with high speed but not able to act because Haridas Thakur said, please don't. So Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who had not even appeared then, he appeared in invisible form and covered the body of Haridas Thakur personally with his golden body and took all the beatings on his back. But then he was protected. Years later, around 30 years later or so, or 25 years later, when Mahaprakash Leela was happening in Srivas Thakur's house, that time Mahaprabhu, when called Haridas Thakur, said, you remember that time when you were being beaten up, you did not allow the Sudarshan to act. So I personally appeared and took all the beatings on my back, you see. And Lord showed, all the beating marks were there. And when Haridas Thakur saw, oh my God, I never knew this. You took the beatings on your back. Immediately he fainted on the ground. So devotees brought him to consciousness. And he was crying, oh Lord, why did you take the beating? I am sinful. They were beating me. Why did you do that like this? So Lord glorifies Haridas Thakur. But here, then the executioners were exhausted. They were exhausted. Just see, the laws of material nature can completely change in the life of a pure devotee. He should have been exhausted, not only exhausted, he should have been dead. But on the contrary, the executioners were exhausted. And they said, oh Haridas, you did not die. Now because you did not die, then the king will punish us, he will kill us. We have children, we have wife, and family people, and what will happen to us now? So then Haridas Thakur said, oh really? You will suffer because of me. Don't worry, just see what I do. Then he sat in meditation. He went deep in internal consciousness and his body collapsed on the ground, completely unconscious. They checked, hey, how he died? We beat him so much, he did not die. And now so they were very happy. Okay, such a great soul, for our sake he died. So then they took the dead body, they caught him by hands and legs and they brought him to king's court and said, he's killed, dead now. So everybody was happy. So then the king said, okay, put him to underground as the Muslims are cremated. Immediately the Muslims uproared, no, he is not fit Muslim. He should not, he doesn't deserve the honor of getting buried. So then Then he said, okay, then burn his body, because he was chanting Hindu god's name. They do that Daha Sanskar, burn his body. Immediately the Hindus were there in the court. They approved, no, we did not accept him as Hindu, so he cannot be burnt also. The king was wondering, neither can we put him underground like Muslim, nor can we burn his body. Okay, throw his body in the Ganges. So that was decided. So they took his body and threw him in the Ganges. So as he touched the body of the waters of the Ganges and then went down, 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 then he knew, then he came to external consciousness. He understood he's in the Ganges. So he came floating up, and then he swam across, went to the other side of the bank and started dancing there and chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Just imagine, what a daring person. In our preaching, little bit some opposition here and there, we get so scared and we think, here I should not come. They will beat me up, or they will chastise me, or they will insult me. But Haridas Thakur is undaunted. Nobody can shake him. He is Namacharya. Nobody can stop him from chanting the holy name and preaching the glories of the holy name to others. So he preached, and the news reached to the ears of the king. He called for him. Then he came in front and he said, what is this? So you did not die. He said, Lord protected me. So then king said, okay, you are free. Whatever you wish, you may do. No problem at all. We give you full freedom. Do as you like. So Haridas Thakur was completely set free. Earlier he was also in Chaitanya Bhagavat Adi Khanda. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur tells 16th chapter is dedicated to glories of Haridas Thakur. He was before that a court also, and he was being taken to prison cell. And then when the prisoners heard that Haridas Thakur is being brought to the prison, so for such a great fortune, Namacharya is visiting the prison cell, will be able to have his direct darshan. So they all saw him and they paid obeisances in their own respective prison cell. Then immediately Haridas Thakur was very happy and said, may you stay as you are forever. And they were shocked, what is this? He's cursing us to continue to be in the jail. And they were put off, they were morose. Haridas Thakur said, you did not understand what I meant. You are very Krishna conscious. You are so respectful to sadhus, and you are naturally remembering Krishna while being in this prison cell. So I meant that what consciousness you are in, may you always remain like this. Krishnair matir rahu. You are in Krishnair matir astu. You are Krishna conscious. Krishnair matir rahu. Like this only you continue forever. And as far as your prison this stay, just in next 2-3 days you will be released. And sure enough, they were all released because Haridas Thakur, pure devotee, is saying so. And then this first time happened. So Haridas Thakur, he was preaching everywhere. He never stayed in one place. He kept on traveling. He was born in Bhutan. He was there in several other places. We will see. So Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur tells some how to look at this Haridas Thakur getting beaten up. So he says that Haridas Thakur did not even know. Haridas remained absorbed in the nectarine ocean of love for Krishna, had no external feelings. He did not even know whether he was in the sky, on the land, or in the waters of the Ganges. Haridas had the same ability as Prahlad Maharaj to remain fixed in remembrance of the Supreme Lord Krishna. This is not at all astonishing for Haridas, for Lord Gaurachandra constantly resides in his heart. While fighting with the demons, Hanuman respectfully welcomed the Brahmastra weapon released by Indrajit. Similarly, Haridas Thakur accepted the beating of the Muslims in order to teach the world. Even if what is the teaching he says? Ashesha durgati haya yadiyaya pran tatapi vadanena chadi baharinam. Even if I experience unlimited misery and die, I will never give up chanting the Lord's holy name. What a determination, unshakable determination. So we need such kind of determination. In normal conditions also we break down. And Haridas Thakur is saying, even if I am in unlimited misery and on the verge of death and die also, then also I will never give up chanting. Otherwise, since Haridas was personally protected by Govinda, how could anyone harm him? Just not possible. What to speak of Haridas himself? Haridasa smaraneo ye dukkha sarvatha Khande se ikshane Haridasera ki katha. What to speak of Haridas himself? Even one who remembers his activities is immediately relieved of all material miseries. Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai. So if you find you are in material misery, just remember the activities of Haridas Thakur. You will be relieved. If you have faith, depends how much faith you have in him. To the degree we have faith, just by remembering him, you will be relieved of all the miseries that you are in. Haridas, who had the power to control the universe, was certainly one of the topmost devotees of Sri Chaitanya. So this is glorification of Haridas Thakur by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur in regard to this pastime. So then Haridas Thakur went to the next place. He was in a cave in one particular place. So there was a very deadly cobra, python, which was very poisonous. So poisonous that the fumes coming out of his mouth also had spread that poisonous odor and kind of burning sensation. Many devotees would come to meet Haridas Thakur in that cave. They would have conversation, and within some time only they would realize in this cave that some kind of very strong smell, and they would detect this is poison, the odor, like that. So like that many detected, and they were concerned about the well-being of Haridas Thakur, who is residing over there, sleeping there, and sleeping means he sleeps hardly for 1.5 hours. But so then they requested, no, Namacharya ji, this is not good place for you, because maybe poisonous cobra or python is there. You better leave this place. So Haridas Thakur said, okay, if you all are not happy by my being here, means my service towards you is getting hampered, so I will leave this place soon. So as soon as he said, I will leave this place soon, immediately that python came out of the cave, deep inside the cave, and he came, and in front of everyone, everybody was, oh my God, huge, very fat, and crawling, went outside. So just see how, because whole Prakriti works under Krishna's control, and a pure devotee of the Lord is getting not exactly affected, but his lifestyle is getting little disturbed, preaching is getting disturbed, and he has to leave that place. So immediately material nature arranged the python to leave that place. As we know in the case of Sanatana Goswami also, the mosquitoes traveling, and he was planning to leave that place. Immediately Lord Shiva took meeting of the demigod of mosquitoes, get them all out, and they all were driven out. And Sanatana Goswami continued to be there. One place he was there, in one place, he was walking on the street, and there was one snake charmer. He was playing on his instrument, and the snake was dancing. He was playing chanting the names of Lord also through that particular thing. When Haridas Thakur passed by, he was so ecstatic. He was reminded of Lord Krishna's Kaliya Daman, subduing Kaliya, and his hair stood on end, his tears were flowing from the eyes, he started rolling on the ground, and he was unconscious like that. And that Brahman was so much respectful, my God. Namacharya Haridas Thakur, so much in ecstasy. After some time, when Haridas Thakur came to consciousness, he realized, oh, what happened? I went in deep ecstasy, and people are all gathered, they are all appreciating me. So devotee doesn't like any kind of praise. So he immediately left that place, and snake charmer remained with folded palms. There was one Brahmin who was watching the whole thing. He said, what nonsense, this low class man just does little drama, and then he gets so much appreciation. I will do the similar drama, similar thing. So then when snake charmer again started playing, immediately this Brahman came there and artificially started rolling on the ground, and then he kind of became completely fainted. So when he was fainted, he was thinking, when I open the eyes, all the people will be around. But within no time, he was getting beaten up, and he opened his eyes. The snake charmer had found some stick, and he was beating him like left and right, and he was wondering, where is the praise? Then he immediately got up. Then also he was getting beaten up. Then he ran, and some degree he ran and beat him like anything. Then he went. Then people who were gathered, they said, what is this? Some time before, Namacharya Haridas Thakur did the same thing, and you appreciated him, whereas the Brahman, you bet him. He said, this Brahman is a culprit. This fellow is a false thing. He doesn't have any ecstasy and all. He doesn't have any Krishna prem. Namacharya Haridas Thakur has so much Krishna prem. This fellow is just an imitator. So he got what he deserved, like that. If he comes again, I will beat him like anything. So you see, Haridas Thakur was so much appreciated. Bogus gods. Yes. That we beat them, following in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada, not physically, with our preaching, like that. If more we preach, all the non-devotees, imitators, they will all be finished. They will be silenced. So we should chant the holy name of the Lord. So his glories are given by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also. He is so glorious. No matter how much ever you speak is less only. So Namacharya Haridas Thakur is glorified by our Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the pages of Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita also. 3rd chapter and 11th chapter of Antya Leela are describing him. So there once Haridas Thakur was inquired from by our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, saying that Haridas, I am concerned about all these Yavanas. How would they be delivered? Because they eat meat. So Haridas Thakur relieves the Lord of anxiety. So Lord can relieve us of our anxiety, but if Lord's anxiety we take on our head through preaching activities, then we can relieve the Lord of his anxiety also. There is one very nice photo some devotee has drawn, like kind of Prabhupada has headache and Krishna personally is massaging his forehead head. How many of you have seen that photo? Very beautiful. I have it where I sit in Pune, my ashram room. Exactly in front of that, this much photo is there. Krishna is personally massaging Prabhupada's head. Oh my dear devotee, don't worry. I will relieve you of all your anxiety. You want preaching to spread now all over the world? I am there. I will always be supporting you. I will be always supporting. So this is how it is. So then Haridas Thakur said, oh Lord, please do not be concerned, don't worry. These Yavanas also will be delivered because they will also happen to chant the holy name of the Lord in Namabhas, indirect. Then he tells that story of how that Muslim who ate too much of meat, he had a stomach problem, no toilets attached those days. So he went in the woods to pass stool. He passed stool and also a lot of water, lot of dehydration happened. He had no strength to get up. Meanwhile, a wild boar was waiting to eat the stool. But this fellow was taking time, not having strength to get up. The wild boar lost patience, came running, and it has a tusk, just pierced in his stomach. And this fellow became very angry. What nonsense! This is deadly attack. Then he said, Haram! This is Gali, ill name. They say Haram, Haram Zade. This is in Urdu word. Means you rascal, like that. But then he died also. But Lord took it as Haram, as Haram. Like in our Hindi, Hey Ram. Like we want to call someone, he's little far. So we don't just call him. Oh Achyut Mohan Prabhu. Why the O should be added? Hey Achyut Mohan Prabhu. So that is addressing in Sambodhan. So Lord took it as Haram. That means, oh my dear Lord Ramchandra. And he got deliverance. He got liberated like that. So he says that is how even Muslims will happen to chant Namabhas. In the purport, Prabhupada says that what to speak of, here it is her and Ram is at least holy name attached to some word her. Forget it. Even if the holy words are separated, like let's say Halam Riktam. So ha of Halam and Ri of Riktam. Lord says that this fellow chanted Hari. He did not chant Hari. He chanted Halam Riktam. But Lord said no, he chanted Ha Ri. Lord is not, he is kind of deaf to Lam and Tam. He hears only Hari. Somebody says Raja Maharshi. So Lord said no, he chanted Rama. Ra of Raja, Ma of Maharshi. Rama. Just like when child is learning to speak, he says Ma, 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 Ma. And immediately mother says, he's chanting Mama. See, he's calling me. She will tell the father, the child's father. And now that fellow, what he knows nothing. He knows that this is one alphabet, Ma. He doesn't know that. And he may say Ma, Ma, Ma. So he did not say Mama, Mama, two Mama, or did not say Mama, one Mama. He said three times. Ma, Ma, Ma. But she said, no, he's chanting my name. He's calling me. And in some times he says, Pa, Pa, Pa. Then Papa, he's calling me. So where is this nature coming in the parents? Mundane parents. It's coming from Krishna. Krishna has that nature to such a supreme degree. Somebody says Halam Riktam. He said, no, he said Hari. Like that. And what to speak in India? We have Hotel Mathura, and Vrindavan Lodge, and Vrindavan Gardens. So people chant in Namabhas and they will be delivered. So Mahaprabhu is relieved of that anxiety. But he said that is okay. They are at least human beings in one body. But what about Sthavar and Jangam? Those like plants and all that, they are there in the remote part of the forest. How would they be delivered? Lord says, please do not, Haridas Thakur said, oh Lord, no anxiety. How you delivered the people the animals in Jharkhand forest. You are chanting everywhere. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This Harinam Sankirtan that you have inaugurated all over earth, any person, any devotee chants in one corner of the forest, the holy name will spread everywhere, and these living entities, namely the plants, trees, shrubs, when they hear, then the echo sound comes. That echo is not the echo, that is pratidhvani. That is the living entity, the soul in the heart of that tree plant. That plant is echoing. Because originally everybody is Krishna conscious living entities. They are all pure devotees. Everybody is pure. All these trees here, insects, and all Bangalore people, everybody is a pure devotee. Only they are covered with millions and billions and trillions of layers of Sattvagun, Rajogun and Tamagun. And it takes a very powerful devotee or the Supreme Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself to penetrate all those layers, millions and billions in number, and catch the soul and shake the soul with the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Only pure devotees calling of the holy name penetrates all the layer and catches the soul, shakes the soul, wakes up the soul, and then the soul responds back. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And those who are in ignorance, those who don't know the glories of the holy name and the glories of pure devotees, they say it is echo, it's a pratidhvani. Because laws, acoustics, laws of sound, if the distance is this much and mountains are there, then the sound comes back. These all fools will say that. Scientists and those who are followers of scientists, those who are followers of pure devotees, followers of Krishna, they know it is not the pratidhvani, it is the living entity. He is awakened and he is responding back like that. So Lord was relieved. He said, very good. So Haridas Thakur relieved the Lord of his anxiety. So then after some time when he was in Benapole district of East Bengal, so there was Ramchandra Khan, who was very envious of Haridas Thakur because he was hearing the glories of Haridas Thakur. He became very envious. So he said, I have to assassinate the character of this fellow. So what to do? Okay, woman is a weakness of man and this fellow is young also. So I will arrange the best, most beautiful girl. So in that district there are many prostitutes. The most beautiful of them, he called her and said, you have to assassinate his character. You have to allure him by your beauty and charm. She said, done. Just give me 3 days. I will finish. He said, okay, you go and I'll arrange soldiers all around and they will immediately capture him first night itself. She said, no, wait, let me also enjoy for some time with him. So then it was agreed upon. So then she goes first night when Haridas Thakur was in the jungles in front of Tulsi plant. He was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then she came, very beautiful she was, and on the top of that she dressed very nicely. She had all the cosmetics, ornaments. As she came, she was a Vedic prostitute. She saw Tulsi plant, she bowed down. And then she sat next to Haridas Thakur, and then he said, oh Thakur, you are so beautiful, young, and I am also beautiful. And who will be the woman who will not be tempted by your beauty and attraction? So please accept me. Fulfill my desire. I want to have physical union with you. So Haridas Thakur said, okay, but I have some rounds to chant, some chanting. I have taken a vow. So let me complete, then I will fulfill your desire. So she said, okay, done, agreed. I did not think it would be so easy. He will not be so, the way I had heard, I thought it will take time. But immediately I agreed. Very good. I have to just wait. How long we will not chant? ISKCON devotee chant 16. After 2 hours is mine. So he's ISKCON devotee only, na? Okay, little elder devotee, senior most, next to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the originator. But no problem. So then she waited there, and meanwhile Haridas Thakur went on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. After some time, 1 round is over, 2nd round is over, 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round. There is no upper limit for his rounds. So then he had decided to chant 100 crore holy names like that. So then By the morning came, the birds started chirping, there was some light, and she was surprised. Then she looked at him, he said, Thakur, you promised? What happened? He said, you see, could not complete my chanting. That's why, no problem. It will get over. She said, okay, I will come tonight. He said, okay. Tonight it will be definitely over. So then she came last night. She went and reported Ramchandra Khan. He said, what? He said, he has agreed. Just some chanting, something. Maybe Ekadashi is there. He may be chanting 64 round. Then he will agree. He has already agreed. Just a matter of completing the round. So then he said, okay. Then she went again. Next day also same thing. And she was also showing so many of her bodily parts and so many feminish, charming movements of the body. It is said even great sense controlled sages would lose control and patience, and they will be impatient by seeing such charm of a woman, that two most beautiful woman. But so Haridas Thakur said, after I complete, I will fulfill your desire. And then he went on chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. And the chanting never stopped. Next day morning again, and she again looked. He said, somehow it did not complete. She'll come. She said, I will come tonight. Okay, no problem. Tonight it will be definitely done. Again, third night, same thing. Morning, early morning, the birds started chirping, and she opened her eyes and she heard two sounds. Two people are chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. She was wondering who came, third person. And then she saw, she herself was chanting apart from Haridas Thakur. So rather than influencing Haridas Thakur by her feminist charm, she got influenced by his devotional charm. And she understood, he's a very pure soul. No attraction at all to opposite sex. She fell at his lotus feet and said, please forgive me, O Haridas Thakur. Actually, I was sent here on mission by Ramchandra Khan to assassinate your character, to allure me towards me. He wants you to fall down and all that. He is inimical towards you. But I understood my lesson. Please forgive me. So immediately Haridas Thakur said, I already knew that some kind of plot like that is there. I had decided to go that day itself. But then I thought of delivering you. So I waited for 3 days like that. So Haridas Thakur can wait for delivering a woman for 3 days. We should not think that I will also deliver this Mataji by staying for 2-3 days like that. Something else will happen. She will undergo delivery because of you. So don't do that. So we are not that strong. So we have to know who stands where, our level also. The Narad Muni took pregnant Kayadu to his ashram in Badrika ashram and continuously gave teachings. In the night also he was speaking. With closed eyes he was going on speaking Bhagavad Dharma, and she was whole day doing garland making and so many services in the ashram. She was tired, she was feeling sleepy, but Prahlad was hearing. But you can imagine Narad Muni is alone in that hermitage with a young woman, beautiful Kayadu, the queen, but his senses were not disturbed. But we are not like that. So she surrendered and she said, what should I do? So he told her that you go back, sell all your property that you earned by selling your body. It's all illegal and sinful. Give it to Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Come here in a single cloth and stay. This is your place now. I am leaving this place. And saying that, Haridas Thakur left. She went. She shaved her head also. Sold all her property, distributed to Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Came in single cloth. And she also sat in front of Tulsi plant and started chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Daily 3 lakh Harinam, 192 rounds. Only follower of Namacharya Haridas Thakur may be known in the world. His own disciple, this lady who was a prostitute earlier. We have Bhaktivinoda Thakur also who chanted daily 3 lakh Harinam also. But that was for 9 years or so. But she is the one who chanted for whole life. Slowly, soon her glory spread all over, and the people in the villages came to know that prostitute was so sinful. Now she has become great devotee by the blessings of Haridas Thakur. Let us go and meet her. But then let us carry something. So they carried so many things, foodstuffs and all that. Her maintenance was taken care, and she went on for whole of life. She chanted 3 lakh Harinam daily. Day in and day out she was chanting. So this is the influence of Haridas Thakur. Anybody who comes in touch gets delivered. So that Ramchandra Khan was punished by Nityananda Prabhu eventually. His whole village was set on fire. Muslims came. All that happened. When he came to Adi Saptagram, the house of the office in one sense of Govardhan Muzumdar and Hiranya Muzumdar, in that place they had arranged Brahman Sabha to discuss about holy name. Some of the discussion was about Shastras. The discussion came to holy name, the glories of the holy name. So Brahmanas started discussing. One group of Brahmanas said, by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one gets rid of all the sinful reaction. The other group said, no. Actually, the holy name gives one liberation. So there was kind of a conflict there, some kind of differences of opinion. Suddenly there arrived Haridas Thakur. At once they all got up, paid obeisances, and they gave him seat and said, "Oh Haridas Thakur, we are just discussing about glories of holy name, and who could be a better authority on holy name than yourself? So could you please tell us?" One group says that one gets rid of sinful reaction, other says liberation is achieved through mukti. So could you please tell which of the two is correct? Haridas Thakur said, "Oh no. These two are true, but these are the side benefits of chanting the holy name. This is not the primary goal of chanting the holy name. The primary achievement is the Krishna prem, love for Krishna. That is the achievement. And these two are automatically achieved. That is no concern at all." So they were all very happy to hear. But there was one tax collector under Hiranya Muzumdar and Govardhan Muzumdar. He got outraged. He said, "What nonsense! How dare of this low-class man who is not even born in Hindu family to say that this liberation is automatic byproduct of chanting the holy name. Mukti, one gets mukti after many lifetimes of such severe austerities. And this fellow says it is so cheap. If this is not true, I will cut your nose." Like that. He was very heavy, very angry. And all people became very angry, even Govardhan Muzumdar, Hiranya Muzumdar. They said, "He is our guest. How dare of you to speak like that?" But Haridas Thakur calmed them down and said, "If this is not true, I will personally cut off my nose. If liberation is not automatic byproduct of chanting the holy name." Like that. But anyway, Govardhan Muzumdar, Hiranya Muzumdar were very angry. They removed him from the job. He said, "No more. Get lost. You are not employed. You are unemployed now onwards." So fellow went home. Haridas Thakur also consoled others. Said, "Don't worry about what happened." We can understand how a pure devotee is undisturbed. Greatness of a person has to be estimated by his ability to tolerate provoking situation. If any one of us, like preachers, we are there, and say, "What? You are saying it is not true. I will prove to you. Brahmanda Puran says this and Padma Puran." We will be like waging a war. Hope we will not catch him and punch on his face only. If it becomes beyond our verbal argument, we are not able to offer conclusive truths from the scriptures, we will become physical maybe, at least internally. So then Haridas Thakur left, and just 3 days later, that Brahmin, whose name was Gopal Chakrabarti, he contracted leprosy, and his beautiful raised nose started melting. Slowly, the raised nose was gone, and he had 20 beautiful fingerprints. Brahmin birth, pious activities, beautiful body, they also melted. They contracted very deadly. Then immediately all the villagers, they understood he has got leprosy. They all ostracized him from society, and then he was on the bank of the Ganges crying. And immediately people understood, these are all glories of Haridas Thakur. This fellow said, "I will cut off your nose." His nose only Lord cut off, because he offended such a great soul. So to the degree a person is great devotee, to that degree severe offense to him will immediately reap its result. So we should be careful. We may say, "We don't have any pure devotees, so I am safe to offend these Kanishthadikaris." But we will also get punishment. And sometimes the offense will fructify within that day itself. Morning you offend a Vaishnava, by evening you are punished. You will fall down somewhere, there will be blood on your body, maybe you will have some kind of joint, fracture. Something will happen just in less than 24 hours also. Sometimes it's as fast as in less than 1 hour also. So be careful. If you don't believe in my words, have personal experience. I am speaking from personal experience. So we get punished like anything. So Haridas Thakur went on to preach. He went to Shantipur, to Advaita Acharya's house, and he, on that day, he was offering Shraddha to all his ancestors. When Haridas Thakur, he had invited Brahmanas. Haridas Thakur came. He said, "Oh, you have come. What a great fortune on this auspicious day." So first, Shraddha Patra, the prasadam that is offered, he gave to Haridas Thakur. "You please start honoring prasadam. Then I will serve other Brahmanas." He said, No. How can I? I am not a Brahmin born. I am born in a low-class family. You have invited so many such nice esteemed Brahmanas. Give them first. I will take later on. He said, "No. You are like 1 crore Brahmanas. You are a pure devotee of the Lord. That other Brahmanas, I will serve them later. You please start." So So Haridas Thakur accepted out of respect for Advaita Acharya, who was his very good friend. So Advaita Acharya was very clear. Advaita Acharya was not only the senior-most Vaishnava, but he was also the topmost Brahmin. Everybody in Navadvip area knew. He was very elderly and very scholarly, very pure and all that. But through his action, he shows how pure devotees are to be respected. One should never see the caste, the external bodily features of a pure devotee. In Shri Nectar of Instruction, Shri Upadeshamrut, he says, what he says, 7. Drushtai swabhava janitair vapushascha doshair na prakrutatvam iha bhakta janasya pashyet gangam basam na khalu budbuddha fena pankir brahmadravatvam upagacchati niradharme. The last two lines we discussed in previous class. So first two lines say drushtai swabhava janitair. Because of our material vision, swabhav, janita, it produces what? A drushti. Because of our material conditioning, we have material vision. And material vision dictates, just see the body of this devotee, so black, so handicapped, and so short, or one finger is not there, one leg is not there in this devotee. So drushtai swabhava janitar vapushascha dosher. We see the faults in the body of pure devotee. But he is not his body. He is preaching to all of us. We are not bodies, we are spirit soul. So he is not his body, he never thought he is body. But we are thinking he is his body. And I am my body. And his body has defects. And then finished. We commit offense. He says, don't commit offense. Drushtai swabhava janitair vapushasya doshar na prakrutatvam iha bhakta jana. Never see that in devotees. Okay, you may see it in the outside people. But at least with devotees we should never see. We should learn, hear sufficiently and get out of the bodily conception and get elevated to spiritual plane. Then know that devotees are there. It doesn't matter black body, white body, short body, tall body, thin body, fat body, handicapped body or perfect body. That all is immaterial. Devotee is devotee. When Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, because he was African American, dark complexion, but he was in America, he studied in Princeton University and joined as a brahmachari there only. And they are all white complexion, fair complexion. So they sometimes some brahmacharis would say, just see this black fellow, and some kind of derogatory statement among themselves whispering. But he would get to hear. He was so dejected once he went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, what kind of brahmacharis? They are just blaspheming me, saying that I am black-bodied and all that. I am so put off, Prabhupada. He expressed his heart. Prabhupada said, they are fools because they see you as a black person. But you are also fool. Why are you getting affected when they say that you are black-bodied or whatever? How many times I have to tell that we are not bodies, we are spirits? Have you not heard from me? Yes, Prabhupada, I have heard. So, don't worry. They are all fools if they criticize you for your dark complexion or whatever. So then he was pacified. So Haridas Thakur was great soul. Then after some time when he was in Phulia, next to Shantipur, Haridas Thakur was given place by Advaita Acharya because Advaita Acharya wanted his association regularly. So he said, you stay in Phulia. So there was another cave kind of thing. Haridas Thakur was staying there. On one night, there was suddenly golden aura, golden illumination all around. And in the midnight came another beautiful lady. She was so charming. She sat next to Haridas Thakur and proposed the way the prostitute proposed. Said, oh Haridas, you are so young and I am so beautiful. So please allow me physical union. So then again Haridas Thakur, similar way, he said, I have my chanting left. After that, I will satisfy you. So one lesson we also learn, don't say no to Maya, say later. And be so busy in life that you will not get time only for Maya. That is personal responsibility, individual responsibility. Because no to Maya, but after some time it may become again yes to Maya. So that's why no to Maya is by or saying later to Maya. That is what Haridas Thakur does. Or if you feel no is also better, so then use it. But basically escape from Maya's attacks. That's the point. So then she said, and 3 nights passed by like that only. So though she was sitting and she was also expressing her charm and all that, Haridas Thakur was undisturbed. He was greatly determined. It is said that Nirvikar Haridas, one verse he says, that Haridas Thakur was without any change. If a beautiful girl or member of the opposite sex is seen, immediately some changes happen in the body. But Haridas Thakur was without any change, because his was Gahana, not Gahan, what is the word? Nirvishkar Haridas, Gambhir Ashay, exactly, correct, thank you. Gambhir, Gambhir Ashay, he was greatly determined. That's why unchanged. So, one who is very determined inside the heart, he will not undergo changes externally. So, what is the understanding that matters? All that. Like we can see Shukdev Goswami, he saw young, beautiful, naked girls bathing without clothes in the pond, but he was undisturbed because he was on Brahman platform. He did not see the body only, he saw only the soul. So Haridas Thakur was completely absorbed in holy name. So these charms of this woman were not, they were of no consequence to him. So after third day was over, then she revealed that, oh my dear Haridas, I am none other than Maya Devi, the external potency of the Lord. So I came here to test you, but you easily passed. Except for you, nobody has passed this test, including even Brahma. I have such charms that even Brahma will be allured. So he is Brahma only in one sense, but this is upgraded Brahma. Like that. In fact, according to Kavi Karnapur, the son of Shivanand Sen in Gaur Ganadesh Dipika, that original Brahma came as Gopinath Acharya. And the Brahma who went through the meditation, through austerities and got purified and humbly requested the Lord, that Brahma came as Haridas Thakur. And so he puts two different categories of Brahma. Because Gopinath Acharya is Brahma only, who was there in Shantipur, not Shantipur, in Navadvip, and then eventually when Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri, he was there also. So she said, I had heard your glories, now I saw personally. And I was also initiated in Ram Nam by my husband only, Lord Shiva. Now I am, by your association, I am inspired to take initiation in Krishna Nam. So could you please be kind enough to accept me as your disciple and give me Krishna Nam. I am very much aspiring for it. So Haridas Thakur gave her holy name. Just see. Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki. Who can initiate Maya Devi? Maya Devi has initiated us for millions of lifetimes. And every day, every moment we are recommitting our vows. Oh my dear Maya Devi Mataji. I recommit, reconfirm my vows, which I have been always reconfirming, like that, and faithfully following, that I will be always surrendered to you. Any allurement, big or small, I will always surrender fully. I am your surrendered soul. Shishyaste ham shadi, mam tvam prapannam. Always. And she says, yes, beta, you have proved it, and I am convinced of it. Like, even if you have become ISKCON devotees, internally, subtly you are going on, you are accepting me. So thank you. Your show as a ISKCON devotee can go on, no problem. I will make sure nobody detects that. But internally you keep paying. Yeah. Yes, thank you. I can enjoy both the worlds in ISKCON, like that. So we need the blessings of Haridas Thakur who could initiate Maya Devi. We don't want to initiate Maya Devi. She will not take second initiation anyway. There is nothing higher than Krishna Nam. Okay, Krishna Nam is superior to Ram Nam because Ram Nam gives only liberation, but Krishna Nam gives Golok Vrindavan. So certainly, but there is nothing higher to Krishna Nam. So she will not agree for re-initiation. She will be faithful disciple of Haridas Thakur only. But we can be relieved from the clutches of Maya Devi. That is good enough. When His Holiness Radhan Swami Maharaj was taken in Kolkata, so he was given a tour. So he was taken to Kali, famous Kali Mandir. How many of you had been? So I have not been, but I have heard that because a lot of sacrifices happen there, a lot of blood and all that. So when he was in front of Kali Devi, he was very intensely with folded palms praying something. And 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and devotees around were wondering, what is that? If Krishna is there, okay, what do you call, Vandanam. So then afterwards Maharaj turned back and then he was going and devotees were going behind. So one of the devotees somehow dared and said, Maharaj, if you don't mind, we are eager to know what were you praying for so long in front of Kali Devi. If you don't mind, could you please? Maharaj said that I was praying very intensely that, oh Durga Devi, oh Kali, please relieve me from your clutches. Like that. Then devotee were wondering, my God, Maharaj, he is praying like that, and we thought we are always free from the clutches of Maya Devi. That's how it is. Prabhupada also, when he was received at the airport, so many hundreds of devotees already doing kirtan. As Prabhupada came closer, at once they fell down flat and paid obeisance. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami. So his personal associate was surprised and stunned. He said, Prabhupada, you are so powerful. People respect you so much. Prabhupada said, yes, because I have conquered sex desire. And disciple was a young disciple, American. He fell flat. I am always surrendered to lust, and Prabhupada has conquered lust. So after some time, when they entered in temple, Prabhupada paid obeisance and very intensely was praying and saying something. So the devotee went close and heard what is he saying. So Prabhupada is saying, oh my dear Lord, your Maya, external potency is so powerful. Please protect me. I am very vulnerable to it. Protect me. And the devotee was surprised. There he said, you have conquered sex desire. Here saying Maya is very strong. So he asked Prabhupada, there you said like this. Here, what is the reason? Prabhupada said, because I pray like this, that's why I can conquer sex desire. Like that. So otherwise just not possible. So one should be free from the illusion that I can conquer Maya. But by surrendering to Krishna, one will be relieved by Maya. So Haridas Thakur initiated Maya Devi also. So that is the glory of Haridas Thakur and also glory of holy name of the Lord. One who takes shelter of the holy name of pure devotees, then it is possible. So it is said that though this Maya Devi she was there, but unless one serves a pure devotee, one will not make advancement. Two things are recommended in the purport by Prabhupada. Serving sadhus and always going on chanting the holy name. So that way only one can be relieved from Maya, otherwise not. So to get potency, to overcome Maya, one has to have blessings of great souls. In the 11th chapter of the Antya Leela, which is entitled as Passing Away of Haridas Thakur, which is the day today, the day on which he left, we will discuss something from here. 11th chapter says that एक दिन गोविंद महाप्रसाद लैया हरिदासे दीते गेला आनंदित हया. In his old days, eventually he went to Jagannath Puri because Mahaprabhu had settled in Jagannath Puri, made his headquarter in Jagannath Puri as per the request of Shachi Mata. So Haridas Thakur also wanted Lord's association. Eventually he went there. Lord arranged personally the place for him to reside. And as morning I said, he would be sitting in the hot sun only and sweating. Lord felt compassion. He brought datun, which was in the form of bakul tree stick. He inserted in the ground. At once it grew and became a huge tree, giving shade to Haridas Thakur. And Lord said, always sit below this tree so that you will not be troubled by the sun rays. And you please chant, continue your chanting. So he would chant. From there only you could see the chakra on the top of Lord Jagannath. Lord gave him such a place from where the chakra on the top of Jagannath temple can be seen. When we had gone in 1998 with His Holiness Radhan Swami Maharaj for Jagannath Puri Yatra, we would be able to see very clearly that chakra. But nowadays there are so many houses around. Forget about chakra, you cannot see the dome of that temple also unless you go to a great height like that. So Lord arranged everything. But eventually he grew old. He was around 31 or 32 years elder to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is 48 years old, you can imagine Haridas Thakur is around 80 years old, 78. So he was very old, body was not functioning. So that is the description. Every day Mahaprabhu, after taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, would bring Mahaprasad of Jagannath to Haridas Thakur, would offer, because he would not be able to go inside. Lord personally, Lord Jagannath is coming in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's form and giving him Mahaprasad personally. Lord is offering. And the days were passing by like that. So one day, Mahaprasad was brought by Govinda, and with great pleasure, he gave it to Haridas Thakur. Dekhe Haridas Thakur kariya che shayan, manda manda karite che sankhya sankirtan. When Govinda came to Haridas, he saw that Haridas Thakur was lying on his back and chanting his rounds very slowly, because old body and not able to chant fast. His heart will be palpitating with holy name only, but externally the body, the lips were moving slowly. Govinda kahe utha se karah bhojan. Govinda said, please get up and take some prasad. Haridasa kahe aji karimu langan. He said, today I will fast. Sankhya kirtana pure nahi kemote khaibo. I have not completed the prescribed number of chanting. How can I eat? That's not possible. Mahaprasadaniya cha kemote upekshibo. But you have brought Mahaprasad of Jagannath. Lord only has come. How can I say no also? He is in dilemma, apparently. So devotees say, because Haridas Thakur had this policy, we should also follow. Unless we complete our 16 rounds, our rounds are not 3 lakh Harinam, 192 rounds. So unless we complete our 16 rounds, we should not put 1 grain of food, means prasad, in our mouth. Complete all 16 rounds, then only take prasad. And some devotees very strictly follow. I know some sannyasis and some senior brahmacharis who do that, like that. So on our level also, at least we should not waste our time in the morning, so that before breakfast all 16 rounds are over, and then we don't have to do thing. But one can see, if one is able to follow, one may do that. I will not say that you should do that, but I personally don't follow. We take prasad and then chant peacefully. There is no anxiety of prasadam, because prasadam is over. That part is over long before. Why to worry? But that is not the ideal standard what I follow. You follow the standard Haridas Thakur was following. Etaboli Mahaprasada Kariya Bandhan. So, okay, how can I dishonor the Mahaprasad? So, he offered obeisances to Mahaprasad. He honored. Ekarancha Layatara Karila Bhakshan. 1 grain of that Mahaprasad he took. First he offered obeisances, took 1 grain. How can I disrespect Mahaprasad? 1 grain only. So, this is the way we can follow. Very good. I had undergone one treatment, very heavy, in which it was told you cannot take Charanamrut, Mahaprasad, anything. So sometimes devotee, in the lockdown period, one devotee went to Jagannathpur, he brought Mahaprasad, that khaja. He said, Prabhu, this is for you, 1 full khaja. I was so ecstatic. I said, Prabhu, I am so fallen, sinful, I am not allowed. So then keep it on the table. He kept it on the table and I paid first Panchang Pranam. Then I said, no, this is not devotee, this is Lord only, Mahaprasad. So I paid Ashtang Pranam. Jai Mahaprasad, like that. So we should honor Prasad by paying obeisances and taking 1 grain of it. Aradina Mahaprabhu Tara Thai Aila. Next day Lord came to meet him. Sustahao Haridas Bolitare Pochila. Haridas, are you well? Mahaprabhu is asking. Namaskara karite ho Kaila Nivedan. Sharira Sustahaya Mora Asustha Buddhiman. Haridas offered his obeisances to the Lord and replied, my body is all right, but my mind and intelligence are not well. So, in devotees, we are not supposed to ask each other, how are you? That is a question for a Shudra. So, devotees are minimum Brahmanas. So, we should ask, how are your endeavors on the path of self-realization? This is a question for a Brahman. For a Kshatriya, how are your endeavors to conquer other territories? Expand the kingdom. For a Vaishya, the question is, how are your endeavors to expand your business and all that, profits, like that. And for a Shudra, the question is, how are you? Means, how is your body? And he will naturally say, fine. Even if he is hospitalized and his leg is broken and it is in plaster of Paris and it is hanging in the sky, he will say, fine only. So this is the question to be asked to a Shudra. We should never ask. And for a devotee, the question is, how is your bhajan, Prabhu? How are your devotional practices? That is the question for a devotee. Like that. But sometimes some devotees ask me, how are you? So I say that I am very sick, I am not able to chant properly. So please bless me. As for body is there, body is fit for sense gratification. I am going on full swing with sense gratification. So there is no problem in that. So if you want to test, you can ask me that question. How are you? Like that. So this is not to be asked to Brahmanas or Vaishnavas. So he is saying, my body is all right, but my mind and intelligence are not well. Prabhu kahe, kaun vyadhi kahata nirnay. Oh Haridas, are you able to ascertain what is your disease? You are saying your body is okay, but mind is not well. What happened? Teho kahe, sankhya kirtan na puray. The prescribed number of rounds I am supposed to chant, I am not able to complete it. Prabhupada in purport says, if one cannot complete the fixed number of rounds he is assigned, he should be considered to be in a diseased condition of spiritual life. So, even if we complete also, the problem remains. 27,648 holy names were uttered or not. If uttered, they were heard or not. So in that sense, we don't complete 16 rounds. So Prabhupada, that's why I say 16 good rounds. One should chant 16 good rounds. That means 27,648 holy names uttered, clear pronunciation and heard attentively. If not, one may chant extra rounds, but still that is not the solution. 16 good rounds cannot be compromised. Prabhu kahe vruddha haila sankhya alpakar. Oh, Haridas Thakur, now he has become old. Please reduce the number of rounds. Siddha deha tumi sadhane agraha kene kar. You have perfected your life. And that is for sadhakas, you know. Why are you doing this sadhan? Sadhan bhakti is for sadhakas. Practitioners should practice devotional service in practice. You are a siddha. You are a pure devotee. Why are you attached, you know, bent upon chanting your prescribed number of rounds? That is not for you. Now reduce your chanting. See what kind of caliber he has. He is being requested by the Lord himself, reduce the number of rounds. And we are requested, please chant properly your 16th round, or if possible, increase your rounds. Then also he said, no, so many services, this and that, like that. Radhesham Prabhu had told us that you are guiding youth, and youth have all terrible problems. They will reveal their heart, and you yourself will be shaken up. Instead of guiding them, counseling them, may need counseling. So it is good to chant more number of rounds. So I have decided to chant 64 rounds on every Ekadashi, and I recommend you all also. We are 15 of us around, leaders in Pune temple, youth preachers and all others, all the department heads. So then if you like, you can also join me. So we all agreed and we started chanting. We are whatever 15 of us with Radhesham Prabhu. Every Ekadashi 64 rounds. That was decided. But then after some time, as the Sakale Neha Mahata, Yogo Nashta Parantama. So very few, only 3 of us were there, myself, Radhesham Prabhu and Vamshodham Prabhu in the Kutir. So Radhesham Prabhu, after completing round, he said, Sundarshyam, go around whole temple, don't say anything, just see all these leaders, what are they doing. Don't tell anything, note down and inform me. So I went all around the temple. Then I found, okay, one leader is here doing this, one leader. So then I went back and reported that Prabhu, this Prabhu is preaching, somebody outside the temple hall. That Prabhu is in the ashram. He is talking to another brahmachari something. This Prabhu is doing management. So then Rajsham, so okay, nobody is sleeping. They are all doing their services and they are busy. But I am the president of Pune temple. Who should be busier than me? If the president can take off and chant 64 rounds on Ekadashi, who are these fellows to be so busy that they don't come for chanting 64 rounds? So this is what happens. So as similarly we see Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he initiated them, they were earlier Santosh, Amar, Anupam, but when they were changed to Islam, they were made Dabir Khas and Sakar Mallik. But when they came in the midnight to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his attempted visit to Vrindavan in Ramkili, they paid obeisances and offered their lives at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu initiated them, saying, Aji haite tomara naam rupa sanatan, dainya chhada tomara dainya phate moraman. Today onwards your names are Rupa and Sanatam, initiation. And first instruction, dainya chhad, please give up humility. And we are instructed on our initiation, my dear disciple, please be little humble. When will you be reaching pinnacle in humility, we don't know, but at least be little humble. Your arrogance is breaking all devotees' hearts. And here Lord is saying, please give up humility. Dainya heart, tomare dainya phate moraman. Because of your humility, my heart is melting and breaking. Please give up humility. So what kind of devotees Mahaprabhu's associates are? Siddha deha tumi sadhane agraha kene kor. Loka nistarite yai tomara avatar. He is saying, oh Haridas Thakur, you have appeared to deliver all the people. Namera mahima loke korila prachar. You have sufficiently preached the glories of the holy name. Now, all this insistence is not required that you will complete 3 lakh. That is not required. Ebe alpa sankhya kari kara sankitan. Now, reduce the number of rounds and continue your sankitan. Haridasa kahe, shuna moro satya nivedan. Oh Lord, please hear the plea of my heart. Hina jati janma mora nindya kalevar. I was born in a very low class family and my body is condemned. Hina karme ratamoi adhama papar. I was also always engaged in very low class activities. And I am lowest of all the human beings, most condemned of men. Same Rup Sanatana also same, they say the same thing. Nicha jati, nicha sangi, karo nicha kaj. Nicha jati, we are born in low class family. Nicha sangi, our associates are also very low class, fallen, meat eater, yavanas. Karo nicha kaj, and we are engaged in abominable activities. They were not engaged in abominable activities, but they say so. That is the humility. Adrushya asprusya mora angikara kaila. I am not to be seen, I am not to be touched, but you accepted me, O Lord. Raurava haite kadi more vaikunta chadaila. I was fit to go to Raurav hell, but you picked me up and raised me to the Vaikuntha. He is glorifying the Lord. Swatantra Ishvara Tomi, how ichhamay, you are independent Lord. Jagata nachao yare, aiche ichha hoy, you make the world dance as you like. So you made me dance also. I was low class person going to hell. you raised me to Vaikuntha platform. Anek nachaila more prasada kariya, viprera shabda patra khainu mlecha hayya. My dear Lord, by your mercy you have made me dance in many ways. For example, I was offered the Shraddha Patra, which should have been offered to first class Brahmins. I ate from it even though I was born in a family of meat eaters. Ekavancha hayamora bahudina haite, from long time, many days I have been having one desire. Leela samvari betumi layamora chitte. My mind understand very soon you are going to wind up your pastimes on planet Earth. Say Leela Prabhu mora kabhu na dekhaiba. Oh Lord, please never show that last chapter of your life, your pastimes. Apanara age mora sharira padiba. Before that moment, I want to drop dead seeing your lotus feet. That he is saying. Next. Hrudaye dharimu tomar kamala charan. I want to hold on to your lotus foot on my heart. Nayane dekhimo tomara chandabadan, and I want to see your moon-like face with my eyes. Jivaya ucharemu tomar Krishna Chaitanya naam. With my tongue I want to chant your name. Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Ema tamorai cha chadimu paran. This is my desire. In this condition I want to give up my body. Mora yahi ichha yadi tomara prasade hoy. If you agree, it's okay with you, please accept. Yahi nivedana mora karo dayamay. Oh merciful Lord, please accept this plea, this desire, this request. Yahi nicha deha mora paduka tabage. Let this fallen, lowly, wretched body fall down in front of you, Lord. Yahi vancha siddhi mora tomate lage. This is my desire. Prabhu kahe Haridas, ye tumi magibe, Krishna kripa mayataha avashya karibe. Lord said, oh Haridas, whatever is your desire, Lord will fulfill, because he is a pure devotee. Kintu amara ye kichu sukh sab toma lage, sab toma laiya. Arey, but what about my happiness? My happiness comes from your association. Tomara yogya nahe, yabe amare chadiba. It is not good for you to leave me and go away like this. Charane dhari kahe Haridas na kariha maya. Immediately Haridas Thakur caught hold on to the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, and he said, na kariha maya. Oh Lord, please do not put me under your maya. Avashyamo adhame Prabhu kara yahi daya. Oh Lord, please shower your mercy upon me. Mora Shiromani kata mahashay. There are so many great devotees of yours. They are fit to sit on my head. Tomara lila sahaya koti bhakta hai. Millions of such devotees are there to assist you in your pastime. Ama hena yadi eka kita mari gela. If one ant, one insect among your associate dies, eka pipalika maile prithvira kaha hani hoy. What is the harm or loss to the whole earth? One ant dies one corner. Who cares? Even in this temple hall also one ant dies somehow. Who comes to know? Forget about who cares and who comes to know. Nobody has, okay, today on this auspicious day, one ant has died, Ant Mataji. So 13th day from now we are having Terava, and 3rd day from now we will be having memorial. So all of you are requested to please come. There will be at the end big feast which is sponsored by Mr. husband of Ant Mataji. Nobody comes to know ever that some kind of thing has ever happened anywhere. So he is comparing himself to an ant. Just saying, what do we think of ourselves? Ishwaraham aham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi adyo abhijanvanasmi konyosti maya sadrusha. Who is like me? Aur tumhare bhakta jano mein हमसे बढ़कर कौन, स्वामी हमसे बढ़कर कौन. In whole of Bangalore, who is greater devotee than myself? At least in HM, in Seshadripuram, there is nobody greater than me. Like that. Or at least in Brahmacharya Ashram, or at least in the youth of Bangalore, in all the 10 voices youth centers that we have, our voice is the greatest, because we use DJ system, sound system in our voice, and it is so loud the roof falls down, and then 10,000 rupees we spend to set it right, and the leader shouts on me, and Raja Krishna Prabhu also shouts, what nonsense you fellows, every day you have 10,000 rupees loss, because so ours is greatest voice and I am the OC there, our project leader there. So, and who are these ants who are the residents of this voice? Sabko marod dalunga मैं अपने पाँव के नीचे कुचल डालूंगा. They will be all pulverized below my lotus feet and they will be delivered. like that. So, such pride inside. This is all because of engineering, technology. Our Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, I don't say that. No, he says, Jada Vidya Mayara Vaibhav Tomara Bhajane Badha Mahajanamiya Anitya Samsare Jiva ke karo ye gadha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur's words I am repeating. Jada Vidya. So, Jada Vidya means knowledge of matter, and very gross matter is there in engineering. Metals and so much. Earth, civil engineers deal with that. Earth, construction, and electrical engineers, all wires, transmitters and transformers, lightning arresters, like that. He is arrested and he is dealing with lightning arrestor. And all computers, the hard disk, the wires, transmitter, diodes, triodes, and I forgot also, by Krishna's grace, many lot of avidya that was accumulated is removed. So Jada Vidya Mayara Vaibhav, this is pompous display of Maya. And what happens if one becomes devotee? Tomara Bhajane Bada. Is only, no? I am a B.Tech, I am M.Tech, I also am A.Tech, C.Tech, Z.Tech, X.Tech, M.Tech. I take everything. So I am B.Tech, M.Tech plus everything Tech, like that. So that is only his chanting. Mouth says Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. But internal chanting is different. And Lord hears that. So Lord says, what nonsense. This is a pretender. So Jada Vidya Mayara Vaibhav Tomara Bhajane Badha Moha Janamiya. It produces a kind of illusion. And the devotee is chanting, I am B.Tech, I am M.Tech, I am B.Tech. And then is one. Hey, what happened? 1 hour is over, only 2 rounds are over. And that also I doubt whether I chanted or not. I kept, as for practice, I kept on pulling the fingers, pulling the beads. Mohajanamiya Anitya Samsara. In this temporary world, Jiva ke karaye gadha. It makes him into a big donkey, carrying the load of his degree, B.Tech and M.Tech, showing to everyone. So one should consider, take the dust of the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur and pray, when will I think like this, that I am a small ant in ISKCON. One ant dies in ISKCON. Wow, what is the loss for whole of ISKCON? ISKCON is going to flourish. Prithvi Tyachyato Nagaradi Gram, it will spread. But I am so fortunate to be part of it, and I am allowed to render some services, I am allowed to chant, I am allowed to take prasad, be with devotees, swan-like devotees. Great fortune. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you, devotees. Thank you, Gurudev. So like that should be gratitude. Gratitude is sign of knowledge also. Gratitude is sign of advancement also. The attitude of gratitude decides one's altitude. How high one is in spiritual life depends on, is decided by how much grateful he is. Bhakatavatsala Prabhu Tumi Moi Bhakta Bhas. Oh Lord, you are very affectionate to your devotees, and I am Bhakta Bhas. Like Nam, Abhas. It is not Nam, it's hazy. Like that, I am just a pretender, imitation devotee. Avashya Purabe Prabhu Mora Yai Ash. But nevertheless, I wish that you fulfill my desire. That is my expectation. What humility he has. Madhyanna Karite Prabhu Chalila Apane Ishvara Dekhiya Kali Divena Darshane. It was afternoon time, Lord went for his afternoon duties. And then after he saw Lord Jagannath, he would return to visit Haridas Thakur. Tabe Mahaprabhu Tare Kari Alingan Madhyanna Karite Samudra Kari Lagaman. Mahaprabhu embraced him and left for taking bath in ocean. Prapta Kale Ishvara Dekhi Sabha Bhakta Ganalaya. Next day morning, Lord took darshan of the Lord and he brought devotees with him. Haridas se dekhite aila shigra kariya. Very quickly he rushed to where Haridas Thakur was. Haridas se aage aasi dila darshan. So this is this morning, but 500 years back, 1500 and which one? 31, 32 around. Just before Mahaprabhu's departure, Haridas Thakur left. So what happened on this day? Haridasera aage aasi dila darshan. Lord came, gave his darshan to Haridas Thakur. Haridas vandila Prabhu Ara Vaishnava Charan. Haridas Thakur worshipped the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya as well as all the devotees. So pure devotees, they always see the devotees with the Lord. They don't just discard devotees. One who is a Kanishta Adhikari, he will be ecstatic to be very happy with the Lord. And Kanishta Adhikari means he only sees the Lord in the deities and only takes pleasure in worshipping the deities. That is great qualification, because otherwise materialistic people don't even have faith. They think it's a stone only or wood only. So Ganeshta Adhikari knows this is Krishna, but he doesn't understand Krishna is there in the devotees also. And some others, they worship only pure devotees, and other devotees they just discard. Like Ramanacharya was going to one place and he had two disciples. When other disciples he sent to inform there, so the rich disciple was ecstatic. Oh, Guru Maharaj is coming to my place, and he went in all preparations. But the other devotees were wondering, he is not saying anything, he's gone inside. So they left. Then the poor disciple was informed that Guru Dev is coming to your house. He was so ecstatic. He said, please come, see it, and what can I do for you? He served them very nicely. When both these devotees came back to Ramanacharya, he asked, what was their response? They were both ecstatic. But how did they individually treat you? So that rich devotee of yours, he just forgot us only. He went in deep, very heavy preparations, high class preparation. So he did not say, he came back. He said, we are not going to his place. And the other one, he treated us very nicely, gave prasad and all that. So we are going to his place only. And that other devotee had made all of arrangement, rich devotee, and Gurudev did not turn up. He was wondering. Then he came to know that he visited that another disciple. He went and said, Gurudev, it was informed by disciples that you would be coming, and you did not come only. He said, yeah, because you did not treat my disciples properly. So you only appreciate me and discard my other devotees, so I did not come. So then he got a lesson. So one should be very careful not to disrespect other devotees. So here he touched the lotus feet of Lord and also other devotees. Prabhu kahe Haridas kah samachar. Again Lord asked, so what is the news? Haridas kahe Prabhu ye kripa tumar, whatever is your mercy, O Lord. Angane arambila Prabhu maha sankitan. Lord arranged very tumultuous Harinam Sankirtan in the courtyard there. Vakreshwara Panditataha Korena Nartan. So best of the devotees. This is tribute, or this is what you call salutation. What you call that? Not final. What you call farewell. Farewell, no? Send off to a devotee. Send off means send off out of the body only. He is going to leave. So best of the devotees are there. So Vakreshwar Pandit was famous dancer. Hours and hours he would dance. So he is there now to dance for Haridas Thakur, who had been always chanting the holy name, and best of the devotees. Swarup Gosai Adi Yata Prabhuragan, Swarup Damodar Goswami, who is secretary, personal secretary of Mahaprabhu. Haridase Bedikare Nama Sankirtan. They all surrounded Haridas Thakur. He is in the center, lying on the ground, and they are all dancing around him. Ramananda Sarvabhauma Sabara Agrate. Ramanand Rai, who is Vishaka Saki. Sarvam Bhattacharya, who is Brahaspati. In front of all of them, Haridas Raguna Prabhu Lagila Kahit. In front of them all, Mahaprabhu is glorifying Haridas Thakur. Haridas Raguna Kahite Prabhu Haila Panchamuk. It was like five mouths were speaking. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has 5 mouths. 5 mouths are glorifying, because Haridas Thakur's glories are unlimited. Kahite Prabhu Bade Mahasuk, and Mahaprabhu's happiness was unlimitedly growing. Haridasera Guna Sabar Vismita Hayman, hearing those glories from the mouth of Lord Chaitanya, all were wonderstruck. Sarvabhakta Vande Haridasera Charan, all worshipped the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur. Haridasa Nijagrete Prabhure Vasaila Nijanetre Dui Brunga Mukhapad Medila. Haridas Thakur made Lord sit in front of him in a particular way, and with his 2 eyes like 2 bumblebees, he was drinking the lotus like face of Lord's beauty. Swarudhaye Ani Dharila Prabhura Charan. Then he caught hold of one lotus foot of Mahaprabhu and kept on his lotus feet, on his chest. Sarvabhakta Padarenu Mastaka Bhushan. And he also took the dust of the lotus feet of all the Vaishnavas and decorated his head with that dust. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Bole na bar bar. He was continuously chanting Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Panchamukha Madhuri Piye, Prabhu Mukha Madhuri Piye, Netre Jaladhar. And he was drinking the nectar of the beauty of Lord's lotus face. There were continuous tears gliding down from his eyes. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Karite Ucharan. While chanting Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkraman. While chanting the holy name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he gave up his life, air of life, and left his body. Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai. Such a glorious departure, such fortune. So Lord arranges for pure devotee, fulfills all his desire. Prabhupada, you can see, for the deliverance of us all, he left Shri Vrindavan Dham in his ripe old age. not knowing whether he would die there in America. But Lord arranged, he traveled, circumambulated the whole earth 14 times in 12 years. Where did he not go? He went to 6 continents all over the globe in that ripe age and preached so vigorously. Made 108 temples, thousands of devotees, lakhs of books distributed. What not great achievement. And Lord arranged for him to come back to Shri Vrindavan Dham, which he had sacrificed for installing Vrindavan in big cities of the world and also in the hearts of so many souls who were accepting that. So Lord arranged him to come back to Shri Vrindavan Dham, and that's where Prabhupada departed from. So here for Namacharya Haridas Thakur, Lord arranged everything, and he breathed his last while chanting the holy name of the Lord, seeing his lotus moon-like face in front of his eyes and taking his lotus feet on his heart. Mahayogeshwara praya dekhi swachhande maran bhishmera niryana sabar haila smaran. Seeing the wonderful death of Haridas Thakur by his own will, which was just like a great mystic yogis, everyone remembered the passing away of Bhishma. So Bhishma, though was lying on that battlefield of Kurukshetra, he left on Makar Sankranti day when sun entered in northern hemisphere, Uttarayan. So you can imagine Kurukshetra in North India, above even Delhi, in January month. How many of you had been North India? Some devotees. Oh my God, such a terrible cold. So, terrible cold is one thing, but another thing is so many arrows have pierced his entire body from the neck to the tip of the toe. There is no gap in between 2 arrows for a finger to enter inside. Yes, Prabhu is from Kurukshetra, Chandigarh. Haan.
How is Chandigarh? The season you are talking about.
Yeah.
I said, Maharaj, this is Chandigarh.
You all understand Hindi? Thandighar. It's a house of Thandi, severe cold. My God. So Bhishma was in such a terrible condition physically. Okay. But Lord was knowing that he has sacrificed for me, and here the Pandavas, his great grandsons, are coronated as the king, or rather the emperors, Yudhishthira Maharaj. So Lord arranged for Yudhishthira Maharaj not to get convinced, for he was thinking that because of me 64 crore people were killed just to install me as king, because of my greed and all that. So many people were killed, so many women became widows and so many children became fatherless, all that because of me. So Lord tried to convince, he could not be convinced. Then he called Vyasdev, who is the compiler of all the Vedas. He could not convince. There are so many Shastric statements by which one can use any one of them and defeat or convince another person. But Vyasdev is not able to convince. Veda Rachita. So then Lord said, okay, let's go to Bhishma. And then Bhishma, that was taking them, relieving them of the whatever the misunderstanding he has. But more than that, Lord is concerned that he wants my association. At the last moment, he wants to look at my face and then depart from this world. So Lord arranged. So everybody saw that Haridas Thakur also desired that, and Lord fulfilled his desire. Hari Krishna Shabde Sabe Kare Kolahal. Everybody chanted Hari Krishna. But a tumultuous sound. Premanande Mahaprabhu Haila Vival. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became overwhelmed with ecstatic love. Haridasera Tanu Prabhu Kole Laila Uthaya. Mahaprabhu picked up the body of Haridas Thakur in his arms. Angane Nachena Prabhu Prema Vishtahaya. The Sankirtan was anyway going on. Mahaprabhu started dancing with that body of Haridas Thakur in his arms. This is a famous photo devotees have drawn. So beautiful. This is right in that Siddha Bakul, where Haridas Thakur resided for whole of the remaining part of his life and chanted there, such a holy place. He left his body in the presence of Lord and pure devotees, associates of the Lord. So Mahaprabhu picked up his body and started dancing. Prabhu Raveshes Avasha Sarva Bhaktagan, seeing Lord so much in ecstasy, all the devotees became helpless. Prema Veshe Sabena Che Karena Kirtan, everybody started dancing and chanting congregationally. Ei Mate Nrutya Prabhu Kaila Katakshan, for some time Mahaprabhu danced holding the body of Haridas Thakur in his arms only. Swarupa Gosai Prabhu Re Karaila Savadan. Then Swarup Damodar Goswami said, O Lord, next vidhis have to be done. Haridasa Thakur Tabe Vimane Chadaya, they made a palanquin which was of the shape of an airplane, and in that they put the body of Haridas Thakur. Samudre laya gela sabtabe kirtana karya, and in kirtan procession only his body was taken to the seashore. Aage Mahaprabhu chale na nrutya karite karite, Mahaprabhu was dancing in the front, pache nrutya kare Vakreshwara bhakta gana sathe, and behind Vakreshwar Pandit with all devotees were dancing. Haridase samudra jale snana karaila, they went to the ocean, the Bay of Bengal, Dakshin Samudra, southern ocean, and then bathed the body of Haridas Thakur with the waters of ocean. Prabhu kahe samudra yei mahatirtha haila. Mahaprabhu said from today onwards that this sea has become a holy place of pilgrimage. All the rivers they merge in the ocean, isn't it? All the rivers, whichever river you say, ultimately it will get into some ocean. So that way all the oceans are very sacred, because all holy rivers they enter in the ocean. But this one is maha special, mahatirtha, because not just because Ganga, Yamuna and other rivers merge in this ocean of Bay of Bengal, but Haridas Thakur's body was bathed over there, and Mahaprabhu proclaimed that today onwards this has become mahatirtha. Haridasera padodaka piye bhaktagan, all the devotees drank that water which had washed the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur, his charanamrit. Haridasera ange dila prasada chandan, on the body of Haridas Thakur they offered of Jagannath's Mahaprasad and sandalwood. Dora kadar prasada vastra ange dila, valukara garta kari tahe shoyaila. After a hole was dug in the sand, the body of Haridas Thakur was placed into it. Remnants from Lord Jagannath, such as his silken robes, sandalwood pulp, food and cloth were placed on the body. Charidike bhaktagana karena kirtan, in all four directions around, devotees were doing kirtan. Vakreshwara Pandita karena anande nartan, Vakreshwara Pandita was dancing in ecstasy. Hari bola, bole gaura rai. Haridas Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saying, Hari bol, Apani Shri Hastevalu Dila Tara Gai, and with his own lotus hands he offered sand to the body of Haridas Thakur. Tare valu diya upare pinda bandhaila, chaudike pindera maha avarana kaila. So all the devotees also offered the sand, and eventually that hole was covered and there was a platform built upon it. The platform was protected all around by fencing. If you see our ISKCON sannyasis also who are put in samadhi, they will have one kind of stick or something coming right above the body, and they will also have that little bit platform so that nobody climbs on that. It's a holy place. If it is flat like this on the ground, somebody by mistake may pass if he doesn't know. So they have that arrangement. Taha vedi Prabhu kela kaila kirtan nartan haridhvani kolahale bharila bhuvan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and chanted all around the platform, and as the holy name of Hari roared tumultuously, the whole universe became filled with the vibration. Tabe Mahaprabhu sabha bhakta gana sange samudre karila snana jalakheli range. Mahaprabhu with all the devotees with great delight took bath in the waters of that ocean. Haridase pradakshina kari aila simmadware. He circumambulated the shrine, the tomb of Haridas Thakur. Nothing was yet constructed solid, but that platform he circumambulated, and then he came to Simmadwar of Lord Jagannath's temple, eastern gate. Hari Kirtana Kolahala Sakala Nagare, and all over the town there was holy name vibrated. Simmadware Asi Prabhu Pasari Bhatai Achala Patiya Prasad Magila Tathai. Mahaprabhu then spread his cloth and started begging alms in commemoration, in celebration of Haridas Thakur's departure. He wanted to give feast to all the devotees. So he is personally begging now. Haridasa Thakurera Mahotsavera Tabe Tare Prasada Magiye Bhiksha Dehata Amare. For the sake of Haridas Thakur departure celebration, please give me alms. Shuniya pasari sab changada uthaya prasada ditya se tara anandita haya. Hearing this, all the shopkeepers immediately came forward with big baskets of prasadam, which they jubilantly delivered to Lord Chaitanya. Who will not give? Mahaprabhu, who is providing to everyone. Who will not give? Provide to him. Swarupa Gosai pasari ke nishedhila changada laya prasari pasare vasila. However, Swarup Damodar stopped them, and the shopkeepers returned to their shops and sat down with their baskets. Swarupa Gosai Prabhu re ghare pathaiya chari Vaishnava chari pichada sange rakhila. Swarup Damodar sent Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu back to his residence and kept with him 4 Vaishnavas and 4 servant carriers. Swarupa Gosai kahilena sabha pasari re eka eka dravyera eka eka pujja punja deha more. Swarupa Damodar said to all the shopkeepers, deliver to me 4 palmfuls of prasadam from each and every item. That itself, so many shopkeepers, they have so many items, they just give 4 palmfuls from each item. That would be enormous quantity. Ei mate nana prasada bojha bandhaya, lot of food stuff, they were all tied up. Laya ilachari janera mastake chadaya, those 4 devotees appointed, they took it on their head and brought to where other devotees were. Vaninatha Pattanayaka Prasada Anila, Vaninath Patnaik, who was one of the sons of Bhavanand Rai, who was continuously serving Mahaprabhu, he brought Mahaprasad of Jagannath for all the devotees. Kashi Mishra Aneka Prasada Pathaila, Kashi Mishra also sent. सब वैष्णवे प्रभु वसाइला सारी सारी आपने परिवेशे प्रभु लय्या जनाचारी. Lord made all the devotees sit in lines, and personally with some other devotees he started serving prasadam. How much he is in ecstasy, what not he has done ever since on this particular day, before even his departure and after departure at the ocean, here at the Simadwar begging, and now personally serving. महाप्रभुर श्री हस्ते अल्प न आईसे एक एक पाते पंच जनार भक्ष परिवेश. In Mahaprabhu's hand little bit quantity of prasad would never come for serving. It would be what 5 people could eat, he would serve 1 devotee only. स्वरूप कहे प्रभु वसी करह दर्शन आमी हा सबलय करी परिवेशन. Swarup Damodar Goswami requested Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please sit down and watch. With these men to help, I shall distribute the prasadam. So he is stopping him everywhere. No, enough, Lord, no. स्वरूप जगदानंद काशीश्वर शंकर चारिजन परिवेशन करे निरंतर. These 4 devotees were continuously serving prasadam. प्रभु ना खाई लेके ह ना करे भोजन. But because Mahaprabhu was not starting prasadam, other devotees were not able to begin prasad honoring. Prabhu re se dene Kashi Mishran nimantran. That day Kashi Mishra had extended an invitation to the Lord. Apane Kashi Mishra aila prasad layya. So then Mahaprabhu, Kashi Mishra brought prasad from there. Prabhu re bhiksha karaila agraha kariya, and he served the Lord and asked him, please start. Puri Bharati Rasange Prabhu Bhiksha Kaila. Mahaprabhu made his Guru Tulya, those who were equivalent to his gurus like Puri Bharati, to sit down and start prasadam. Sakala Vaishnavata be bhojana karila. All Vaishnavas took prasad. Akhanda Puraya Sabai Karaila Bhojan. Everybody was fed up to their neck. Say deha deha boli Prabhu bole na vachan. And Lord was saying, please serve more, give more. Don't stop serving. Bhojana kariya sabe kaila achaman. All took prasad, washed their hands, feet. Sabare paraila Prabhu malya chandan. Then Mahaprabhu personally offered them garlands and sandalwood on their forehead. Prema Vishtahaya Prabhu Karena Varadan. Mahaprabhu was ecstatic, he offered blessing to all. Shuni Bhakta Ganera Judayanam Manaskam, which all the devotees heard with great satisfaction. So this is Mahaprabhu's benediction. Haridasera Vijayotsav ye kaila darshan, ye iha nrutya kaila, ye kaila kirtan, ye tare valuka dite karila gaman, tara madhya mahotsav ye kaila bhojan, achire haibe tasabara Krishna prapti, Haridasa darshane hai aiche shakti. So all those who participated in this glorious festival of Haridas Thakur departure, all those who took his darshan, those who danced, those who did kirtan, those who offered the sand particles, those who honored prasadam here, very soon they will all achieve Krishna. Haribo! This is the potency of seeing Haridas Thakur. So we may say we did not see. No, we saw. Ours is Shruta Ikshita Pantha. Our path is Shruta Ikshita. We Ikshit see through Shruta, hearing. So we are also, anytime you hear anything about Lord or you speak, we are part of the whole festival there. Kripa kari Krishna more diya cha sangha, diya chila sangha. Very mercifully Krishna offered me the association of Haridas Thakur. Swatantra Krishna Raicha Kaila Sangha Bhanga. But being independent in his desires, Lord broke this association now. Mahaprabhu is feeling great intensity of separation. And he is glorifying him, glorifying Haridas Thakur. Haridasera ichha yabe haile chalite amara shakati tare narila rakite. When Haridas Thakur desired to leave this world, it was not within my power to stop him. Lord is helpless. Devotee's desire has to be fulfilled. Even though it is very painful, for Lord to be separated from his devotee. Because it's a desire of the devotee, Lord has to fulfill. So our only hope is this. Prabhupada said that you just chant 16 good rounds all throughout your life and follow the four regulatory principles, render service as per your capacity. I will take you back to Godhead. So because Prabhupada has said so, it will be so. Krishna is obliged. Krishna is helpless. I have one clip, audio clip. You might have heard also in part of one lecture. Prabhupada says that supposing that all of you are 20 years, young boys and girls, and you will live up to 70, so you have 50 more years. So that is enough. It's more than enough to reach perfection. I have that audio clip. I will give you later. So we have to we don't know whether we will live for 50 years or not, but whatever it is, in case you feel I will not live for 50 more years, then you can chant 32 rounds daily and do morning program also and evening program also. Increase the number of Harinam in your life, count should increase, and then whatever it is, and will perfect our life. इच्छा मात्रे कैला निज प्राण निष्क्रामण पूर्वे ये न शुनियाची भीष्मेर मरण. Simply by his will, Haridas Thakur could give up his life and go away, exactly like Bhishma, who previously died simply by his own desire, as we have heard from Shastra. Haridasa achila pruta veera shiromani tahavina ratna shunya haila moedini. Haridas Thakur was the crown jewel on the head of this world. Without him, this world is now bereft of its valuable jewel. Jaya Jaya Haridas boli kara Haridhvani. Jaya Jaya Haridas. So Haridhvani, Jaya Jaya Haridas. So this is Haridhvani, but it is Haridas Dhvani. So Hari is glorified, but Haridas Thakur is glorified. Jaya Jaya Haridas kara Haridhvani. Eta boli Mahaprabhu nache na apani. Saying this Jaya Jaya Haridas, Mahaprabhu started dancing. Sabe gaya Jaya 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 Haridas. Sabe gaya Jaya 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 Haridas. Namera Mahima Eha Korila Prakash. Everyone began to chant all glories to Haridas Thakur, who revealed the importance of chanting the holy name of the Lord. What a glorious life. Tabe Mahaprabhu Sabha Bhakte Viday Dila. Harsha Vishade Prabhu Vishrama Karila. Thereafter, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bade farewell to all the devotees, and he himself, with mixed feelings of happiness and distress, took rest. Eito kahilo Haridasera Vijay, Yahara Shravane Krishne, Druda Bhakti Hoy. Thus I have spoken about the victorious passing away of Haridas Thakur. Anyone who hears this narration, you all, and myself also, I am also hearing, anyone who hears this narration will certainly fix his mind firmly in devotional service to Krishna. Haribo! Yahara Shravane Krishne Druda Bhakti Hoy. Mind will be fixed on Krishna. So we should hear about Haridas Thakur. Prabhupada in purport says, hearing of the separation that Srinivas expressed in his lamentation at the tomb of Haridas Thakur makes one's heart melt. So there he has quoted Srinivas Thakur, this is I think from Bhakti Ratnakar, yeah. When Srinivas Thakur quickly ran to the seashore, this is Srinivas Acharya's visit to Jagannath Puri Dham. These three, Srinivas Acharya, then Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya and Shyamanand Pandit, they came in the next generation, so that's why they could not get association of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu departed, and because of departure from this world, Mahaprabhu left. All his associates in separation, they also one by one left. So when these devotees would go to different places like Navadvip, Vrindavan or Jagannath Puri, they would just hear that this devotee left body, and even this devotee left body. This devotee just left body yesterday. So it would be so painful. They had only hope of meeting that devotee but left. Srinivas Thakur quickly ran to the seashore. When he saw the tomb of Haridas Thakur, he immediately fell down offering prayers and almost fainted. The devotees present there pacified him with very sweet and affectionate words, and Srinivas again offered his obeisances to the tomb. Hearing of the separation that Srinivas expressed in his lamentation at the tomb of Haridas Thakur makes one's heart melt. Chaitanyera Bhakta Vatsalya ihate hi jani Bhaktavancha Purna Kaila Nyasi Shuromani. From the incident of Haridas Thakur's passing away and the great care Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took in commemorating it, one can understand just how affectionate he is toward his devotees. Although he is the topmost of all sannyasis, he fully satisfied the desire of Haridas Thakur. So we can learn from Mahaprabhu how to love devotees. Bhakta Seva, this should be the only goal of our life. In all his instructions to Navadvip Vasis, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would say only two things. Always chant the holy name of the Lord, and the second part would be in two different ways. Always serve Vaishnavas, Vaishnava Seva. Or he would say, never offend Vaishnavas. So we can avoid offending Vaishnavas only when we want to serve them. Anytime the desire to serve the Vaishnavas is not there, surely offense will happen. So one has to always be very clear, all Vaishnavas are my masters and I am their servant, though not so capable of, but I want to serve them in some small way, whatever way I could. And we can chant every day, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, to get the strength, potency, more potency to be able to serve the devotees of the Lord. We beg the Lord, oh Lord, please give me more service of your devotees. And please empower me to be able to serve them. I don't have, I am powerless fellow. I am not having intelligence, nor do I have physical strength, nor do I have any knowledge as to how to serve. But you can empower me. So chanting should be done very nicely so that we get empowerment to serve more and more Vaishnavas and in a better and better way. That will make us completely, highly powerful. You will be very powerful devotee. এই তো কহিল হরি দাসের বিজয় যাহার শ্রবণে কৃষ্ণে দৃঢ় ভক্তি হয়, that we read. শেষকালে দিলা তারে দর্শন স্পর্শন তারে কোলে করি কইলা আপনে নর্তন. When Haridas Thakur was at the last stage of his life, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him his company and allowed him to touch him. Thereafter he took the body of Thakur Haridas on his lap and personally danced with it. आपने श्री हस्ते कृपाय तारे बालू दिला आपने प्रसाद मागी महोत्सव कैला. Out of his causeless mercy, the Lord personally covered the body of Haridas Thakur with sand and personally begged alms from the shopkeepers. Then he conducted a great festival to celebrate the passing away of Haridas Thakur. So if you see, this is all repetition. This all is elaborately described by Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami just few shlokas back. And now he is gone in ecstasy. He is repeating now. And it's not like after the class you have to summarize so that the audience carries something at home. This is book only. Anytime the reader can just go a few pages back and he can just refer to the whole thing again. But he is again gone in ecstasy. He is writing again. Mahabhagavata Haridasa Parama Vidvan Ye Saubhagya Lagi Age Karila Prayan. Haridas Thakur was not only the topmost devotee of the Lord but also a great and learned scholar. It was his great fortune that he passed away before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the purport, Prabhupada says, actually the most important science to know is the science of getting out of the clutches of material existence. Anyone who knows this science must be considered the greatest learned person. Chaitanya Charitra e Amrutera Sindhu Karnamana Trupta Kare Yara Eka Bindu. The life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are exactly like an ocean of nectar, one drop of which can please the mind and ear. Bhava Sindhu Taribare Ache Yara Chitta Shraddha Kari Shuna Sei Chaitanya Charitra. Anyone who desires to cross over the ocean of nescience, how many of you want to? Please hear with great faith the life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now he has turned his attention to back to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Padayara Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Das. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I Krishna Das narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Jai Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Jai, Shriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Any question? Anyway, these are all past time. Yes, Prabhu. Mike, could you please offer mic? Do you have? You can comment also, Prabhu. They are arranging a mic.
For a very peaceful and aesthetic class. And I have two questions. Because one question is because I missed a point in your class, so I hope you can please repeat it. You were mentioning about the two Brahmas, one appearing as Gopinath Acharya and another appearing as Thakur. Could you please repeat it? So I'd like to
I
hear
said
it.
so because in Gaur Ganadesh Dipika, which is a book written by Kavi Karnapur, who is one of the three sons of Shivanand Sen, youngest son. So he was blessed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he went on to become a great acharya who has written Anand Vrindavan Champu and also Gaur Ganadesh Dipika. So there he has given which associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were what? In Krishna Leela. And then Krishna Leela means some general thing also, then Brahma is also part of it. So there he puts Gopinath Acharya, who he was in Krishna Leela, he was Brahma. And for Haridas Thakur, he uses word Mahatapa Brahma. That means the Brahma who underwent austerities because of his mistake that he tested the Lord after Aghasur killing and he repented deeply and Lord said, don't worry, you want low birth, I will give you in my next appearance in Chaitanya Leela, etc. So basically bodies apparently are the same, but like mentality is different. That way it is put. Like if you see in the Bhagavatam itself, I think third canto it is said that Brahmaji, he casts his body. Now he is the same Brahma only. So what he casts off, that is the mentality. Prabhupada in the purport says. So likewise there are two different personalities. And we can see also in one sense like Brahma is normal life as a creator and all that. So Gopinath Acharya that way is associate of Mahaprabhu. But that Brahma who repented heavily and said, I want a birth in a low family. So then the Haridas Thakur is the one who has come in a low family. Unlike Gopinath Acharya who is born in Brahmin family. And also Lord said, you will be Namacharya in that pastime. I will come to spread the holy name. But I will make you the instrument. I will make you the Acharya for spreading the holy name. And you will be the one. So that way too, like that. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you so much.
Hare
Very
Krishna.
clear, Prabhu.
Yes.
My second question, Prabhu, were now describing the Tirobaf of Srila Haridas Thakur. So Srila Haridas Thakur, he did not want to see the final pastime of Lord Chaitanya. So what is the reason that he did not want to see that final pastime of Lord Chaitanya for a disciple? Why it is not to be seen? And what is the duty of a disciple when the spiritual master leaves the body?
Now all the devotees of the Lord, through different devotees, Lord will show us how the different devotees' attitudes are, and they are all glorified. They are all amazing in their own ways. So some devotees will be like that. Like you can see in one sense Jayanand Prabhu. So he left body before Prabhupada. So some devotees will have that heart, but there will be other disciples who have to continue, because generally speaking, spiritual master will be old and disciples will be young. So surely spiritual master will leave first generally. Some disciples, young disciples also may leave before, but most of the young disciples will remain behind and spiritual master only will leave first. And the other disciples should carry on his mission by holding on to his Vani and instruction. They can get inspiration by hearing his words, because audio lectures are there, or earlier times the books written by the spiritual master were always there. Even if not, then he had given some lectures and the disciples had heard that Vani they would capture like anything. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya, Chitte te Kore Aikya. They would just hold on very heavily, powerfully, and just go on with that inspiration and spread the mission. So that is the task for everyone. We can see Prabhupada himself. 1936, 31st December, Bhaktivinoda Thakur left body. Prabhupada was there till 14 November 77. So next 41 years he was there. And what did he say? Never was there a time when I was not with my spiritual master. I was always with my spiritual master, because he took the instruction of spiritual master to his heart. Only two instructions he got. First instruction in 1922, first meeting, you are such a young educated man, why don't you preach the message of Lord Chaitanya in English language all over the world? Outcome is ISKCON. For preaching Krishna conscious philosophy to everyone in the world in English language. We preach in other local languages also, but primarily in English. Second instruction in 1936, October, Kartik Yatra, while circumambulating Radhakund, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, what a terrible fight is going on in Gaudiya Math over the rooms, Ganga facing room. So my heart is paining. I feel if only I could, I will pluck out all the marble from the temple, sell in the market, with the money obtained, print books and distribute them. Whenever you get money, print books. So that was just in the flow of speech, one sentence. But Prabhupada captured it. He told about his desire, but the last line was for me. Whenever you get money, print books. Prabhupada not only printed books when he had money, when he did not have, then also. Because when Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, when you get money, means it meant the first money is for your food also. First for your body Self-preservation is the first law. But Prabhupada is saying in Chippewada would walk 5 kilometers to the printer's place and walk back 5 kilometers, daily 10 kilometers to save few annas. With the saved annas, purchase few more papers so that books are printed. What a high class disciple. So this is best of the disciple, and that's how outcome is BBT. Whenever you get money, print books. So BBT continuously keeps printing books. So I say Prabhupada got 2 instructions, so we have 2 trusts. Prabhupada had got 5 instructions, we would have had 5 trusts, but not required. These 2 include everything, because all of Vedic knowledge and practice has only 3 things: Sambandha Gyan, Abhideya and Prayojan. So Sambandha Gyan is knowledge of relationship between Jiva and Prakriti and Lord, Lord and us. So this is all Sambandha Gyan, this is given in BBT, books, Prabhupada's books. And second is practice, Abhideya, based on the knowledge. And that is all given by ISKCON. Anybody comes here, we will immediately tell him, okay, this is Lord, this is how you pay obeisances, this is the mala, take, and this is prasad, take, say, Mahaprasade Govinde. We teach entire Abhideya process in our ISKCON temples. ISKCON is meant for that only. So Sambandha and Abhideya is done, and when these 2 are done, Prayojan is for sure. That is Krishna Prem. It is nothing, something grossly to be done. It is the ecstasy of the heart, the purity of the heart to be reached, which will be obtained just by Sambandha Gyan and Abhideya. So that's it. Prabhupada did the best thing. Anywhere you want to bring revolution, only 2 things are required: knowledge and lifestyle. If you see one side in Indian freedom, Gandhiji, he spoke about ahimsa, non-violence, and he proved it. He spoke about Swadeshi, that one should wear only clothes of our country. So he introduced charkha, weaving of your own cloth and wear it, khadi, no foreign clothes like that, burn all foreign clothes. So he was for non-violence. Even when he was beaten, he did not retaliate. And the other side, another person, Subhash Chandra Bose, he was for violence. This British will not leave India so easily. Let us all youngsters of India come together and will attack, join other party and attack this British and drive them out. And then he had accordingly lifestyle. He arranged Azad Hind Sena. He joined Germans and others and he attacked. So both of them were speaking their own philosophies. Here non-violence and there violence. And they just did not end there. They arranged lifestyle. Gandhiji personally arranged lifestyle for himself, charkha, and for his followers. And Azad Hind Sena was formed by him. And both of them created revolution in Indians' history. And Prabhupada created revolution for the whole world. It's because he spoke unlimitedly and he gave books through which he keeps speaking now also. And he gave us lifestyle also, how to lead life. So Prabhupada is bloodless revolution, without shedding blood. But we have to give our blood in another form, in the form of our sweat, hard work. When we do, then it will be done. So that's why I say Prabhupada books are written by Prabhupada's blood. That food which you should have eaten by purchasing and taken breakfast, instead of that money which should have gone in the food, the money went in printing of the books in the form of the ink on the pages of Srila Prabhupada's books. So this is not ink in the pages, this is blood of Srila Prabhupada. And blood causes revolution. Those who want revolution, they give their blood, sweat and blood. So Prabhupada has given his blood in the form of this ink in the pages of his books. And that's why anybody who reads these books, he gets revolution. He changes. Kranti happens. Because Prabhupada has given the blood for writing these books. So we are so fortunate to be following as the followers of Prabhupada. It's a big responsibility. He's a big, great devotee. We are not competent. But he allows us to help him. Prabhupada said, what I have given you, give it to others. Ours is a pushing moment. My spiritual master pushed me, I am pushing you, you push rest of the world. Ours is a pushing moment. Pushing means not forcing, but inspiring. Is that okay? Yes.
Can I just add a little?
Yes, please.
Just sharing. So when the spiritual master leaves body, the disciple has a 3 options. First option, he also leave body.
Oh.
Because he cannot tolerate the separation from the spiritual master. So out of the love, like Haridas Thakur,
Before just.
he didn't want to see.
Yeah.
So out of the separation from the love for the spiritual master, disciple also immediately. So that's the first option. So if he doesn't do that, the second option, as Prabhuji very elaborately mentioned, he should take the responsibility to become a guru and spread the movement. And if he doesn't want to do that, if he doesn't want to become the spiritual master, then he should remain very humble and serve the God brother who has become the spiritual master, and not become envious.
Yes.
Oh, why is he getting worship? Why is he getting name and fame?
Correct.
So, a God brother who does not take the responsibility to become a spiritual master must become very humble and serve the other God brother.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for that nice point. I was reminded of Raghunath Das Goswami. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, Sarva Damodar Goswami could not continue. He immediately left body. So Raghunath Das Goswami also could not maintain. Then he thought, better let me commit suicide. When he begged the blessings of Rup Sanatan Goswami, they said, no, better you narrate Chaitanya Charita, Chaitanya Lila to us and render service. You will be relieved of separation, and we will also get to hear nectarian pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And outcome was Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the audience writing, making notes, and we have Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So true that the disciple who is very attached to spiritual master, he will also not be able to maintain his body, and he will leave that body. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Any other question anybody has? No question. Take care. So just remember Haridas Thakur and tell his glories to anybody who you come across who was not part of this, or even amongst ourselves also we can keep discussing. The glory doesn't end with the class or even the reading. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.